that's just...
Welcome back to the Mastering Runeterra Podcast with Jay and Bay, the #1 source for competitive Legends of Runeterra news and information. If you're looking for the best decks to play right now, be sure to check us out on Twitter at Master Runeterra or in our Discord. And if you want to take the next step in leveling up your game, check out our Runeterra team on Patreon, where we do weekly learning calls and one-on-one coaching. Now strap in and grab yourself some Boro snacks, because we are about to start Mastering Runeterra.
Welcome back to the Mastering Runeterra Podcast with Jay and Bay. We've got a great show for you guys today. Before we jump into everything, we just have to thank all of our subscribers. Over 100 of you guys newly signed up in the month of April. Thank you. Welcome. Hope you guys like everything we're putting out. And all of our patrons as well. Thank you guys for supporting us. Seriously, we couldn't keep doing what we're doing without you guys. Apologies for missing last week's episode as well. Shit's just been very busy around here, as we'll get into in a moment. I don't know if we'll get this out before Saturday. We're recording this Friday morning currently, but if we do, we have the Mastering Runeterra $1,000 open Saturday. So go quickly sign up for that in case you're seeing this before Saturday morning.
Yeah, last time it ended up being like a $2,500 open.
Yeah, literally anyone could win this. Who won the last one?
Some jobber.
Some nobody.
It was me.
How does it feel that you won basically the same prize winning the Mastering Runeterra Open as Card Gamer did winning the whole Runeterra Open?
I think I won more.
The daggers. Love you, Card Gamer. I want to see my boy get paid, but he's going to get to go to Riot though, and go to that super awesome event.
Whatever the secret event is. Secret event?
Is it?
He gets to go.
Yeah.
Well, it's secret because they don't know if they can have it at Riot.
It's a secret from them.
That's the secret part. Yeah. But yeah, he gets to go to that. I want to go to that so bad.
Yeah. Speaking of Riot secrets, we got some more coming out for you guys this week. So keep an eye out. I don't know if we can release them just.
We're allowed to talk about it? We're not allowed to talk about it.
I don't know. And so we're just not going to. But
Maybe
next
we
week.
just don't do that then. Yeah.
Next week, we'll definitely be talking about it. Let's see. All right, let's jump into some. Let's go Runeterra first, or do you want to? Majiin was obviously away playing in the Flesh and Blood Pro Tour. Let's do your thing first. Nutshell us your weekend, how it went, what happened.
I'll do it real quick.
Yeah.
Went to the Flesh and Blood Pro Tour. Met a bunch of Runeterra players there.
A lot. List them off real quick.
I got a lot. I'm not even going to start naming them.
There was a bunch
because there's so many of them.
There was a lot. I was jealous.
I ended up, I pivoted my deck choice 2 days before I flew out.
Oh no.
I think it was the right choice.
Oh, good.
But I ran so poorly.
Oh no.
In the event. Yes. I 0-4'd the Pro Tour.
Oh Jesus! I didn't know this. I waited until we were live. I'm glad you got my reaction in real time. Ouch! Isn't this the game you keep telling me about? How it doesn't have variance. The better player always wins. Blah 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 blah.
I'm playing an aggro deck.
Oh no! Just kidding. I love it.
Yeah. And like it was just like the real
was it?
one. Lexi, she's a ranger.
Oh, okay. Lexi did do well. I'm pretty sure, right?
Lexi put 4 copies into top 8.
Yeah. Okay.
I was on the best deck. I was on the best deck. It just really didn't work out. Like in ways that you'd play, maybe you'd play like 100 games of testing, and one of every like 10 games, the thing would happen, and you'd be like, like we're just gonna discount that variance, right? Like the deck just took a big dumper, and we didn't get there. I also built the deck to be as like least variance heavy as possible. I sacrificed like potential power to make sure that this wouldn't happen, and then it happened. And there was one. What'd you say?
Well, I keep going.
Okay, yeah. There was one round. The first round, I did punt what I think was a pretty locked win. And then I was working on like 2 hours of sleep. So like the next round, also just like the deck. The next round, the deck just hold
on, back up. Why were you on 2 hours of sleep?
Just couldn't fall asleep.
Oh yeah, before Pro Tours, I used to have that. It came to the point now where I take a sleeping pill before a Pro Tour, but I just can't sleep.
Yeah, I didn't even get into the Airbnb till like midnight. The day before.
Jesus.
So I'm like jet lagged. I'm tired.
Yeah, those are
I
not
only
good
on 2 hours of
conditions.
sleep. Not the best conditions. So round 2, deck took a fat dumper on me, and I lost, and I just checked out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, I just checked out. Like round 3,
That happens. You just don't
opponent
want to
has
be
like
there
one card in
anymore.
the 60.
Got to get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah. One card in the 60 that I'm trying to dodge, and then they need like a few turns to set it up, and they like find it and cast it on turn 3. Normally it takes till like turn 10, and I was like, okay,
Just
fuck this.
flip
Like,
the table.
you know,
Okay.
yeah, basically. So I just like lost.
Did you play in the calling then after?
I did. I played in the calling. I played Kano the Wizard. Lost Winnanen to like my opponent's playing a literal dice roll deck, and they rolled dice really well. So lost my Winnanen to day 2 in the calling, and then I played the other event on Sunday and lost the Winnanen to that too.
Yeah, that's what you get for playing
It's a
any
rough
game
weekend for your
other than
boy.
Legends of Runeterra, right? Everyone out there
So
that's on
now
that
I learned my
bandwagon.
lesson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome back. Now you'll have less time to prepare for
Thank
the
you.
Worlds qualifier, and so you have an excuse for
That's true.
losing the win in there as well. Knock on wood, knock on wood. Just kidding. Well, I've been playing some Runeterra because, or sorry, let's anything else for the trip?
No, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to actual Runeterra stuff. I had to play or I got to play the
Yeah.
Mastering Runeterra versus Red Pup Gaming 5v5. For anyone who didn't know, we money matched for like $100 a person. Not paying, by the way. I wanted to be included. I've been shocker. I've been playing a lot. I've been playing some though. I've been playing like, for me is like an acceptable amount because I wanted to get the buys, which I've just about gotten.
Oh, I need to do that.
Yeah, well, they've got the Ruthless Rumble going. You can play as much as you want. I don't know for how long though. Which they gotta. I like being able to play all the time. I wish they had that. I want them to rework things because I want to be able to like win like a little bit of coins or a little bit of entry and then like chain my entries together. That's really nice, and that's something that's kind of missing.
They have entry tokens, right?
Yeah, but only if you get to the 5 wins or whatever. So like if you got like I don't know, if you got like 2 wins and you got like 25% of a token, you got 3 wins, you got half a token, kind of thing. Or sorry, if you got 4 wins, you got half a token, and 5 wins, you got a token, kind of thing. So that way, if you got the full 5 wins, you get to run it back. And if you don't, then you get like kind of closer. Like it worked better with coins,
yeah,
right? Like if you paid 500 coins to get in, and then you got like whatever 100, 200, 300, and then 500 coins.
I'm definitely not looking up to see if I have any coins right now.
I had to buy some for the first time in basically forever.
Oh, I buy a lot of cosmetics.
Yeah, I probably should buy more cosmetics. Because I get jealous.
Support the game.
I saw the echo of if anyone does more to support the game, find me. I saw the echo level up for the first time ever of like the new skin or whatever, and I was like, oh, cool. In the Red Pup Gaming challenge thing. So I figured you'd be there, everyone else would be there. Like I was like, okay, I'll be the anchor. I'll be like, everyone can carry me to victory. But then you bowed out and couldn't make it, which sucked. And
yeah, they picked. I was like, as long as it's not on this day, and they're like, okay, so we're picking that day.
It kind of just happened without me doing anything. I think it was just really like Shadox picked this up. It was just like, we're making this happen. Let's go, and like ran with it. The coverage was sick. He did such a good job with coverage.
Yeah,
but yes,
he was at Baltimore.
Oh no, there's so many people there. I'm just so jealous. But yeah, I didn't play any of my decks. I didn't pick my decks. Kever gave them to me the night before. I was drinking and playing Fortnite most of that day, and then by the time it took forever for like my rounds to come around.
Takes a long time.
Yeah, by the time they did, I was feeling no pain. Let me tell you, I was feeling so good. I was on a Kano stream. He's like, you know what Prize Fight does, right? I was like, that's like that new talk show game or something, right? Kano like died laughing. He was crying. I was having a good time. I ended up beating Card Gamer, which I probably should have, and then I should have beat Floppy Mudkip, but I didn't. I like looking back, I felt almost bad for beating him. I don't know why. I like was kind of having a laugh, and like I got a lot of respect for that kid's hustle. And I don't know, I felt a little bit bad like getting him. Like it's weird, but you know what I mean? Like when you first like were trying to break through like a mental barrier of like trying to win a pro tour, I think like I checked out a little bit and I was just kind of like clicking buttons, and I definitely felt a little bit bad. Going back now though, I was like, this is mostly because I had been drinking. If this isn't clear. Going back now though, it spurred like a fire inside of me. Because I was like, I had a chance to like just run their team, be a legend.
Oh, that would have been so sick. Yeah.
That hurts me inside now. And so, but it makes me want to play quite a bit more.
It's good.
Yeah,
I hear there's some tournaments coming up.
There are some tournaments.
Or something.
Ours is coming up, and then the World's qualifiers coming up. Kind of a big deal. It's 5,000 for first, hey, which is like much nicer than 1,000.
That's a chunk of change.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like it used to be 10K or whatever, but we have these monthly now. So if you think of it that way. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. That was a lot of fun. I'd love to do it again. Oh, also, Kevin told me if I won my one round, we were like easy, like we were done, had it in the bag. I won a 1 round, Prodigy 1 run round. Everyone else failed to do any winning up whatsoever.
Did Floppy run the rest of the team?
Yeah, Floppy just ran the rest of the team. Which was sad. I guess the rest of the team was only a Kato and Kever, but
that's true. Yeah.
Makes me want to play. It's just I hate the amount of time that I have to put in to actually be like good is so significant, and that's why I have a lot of respect for Card Gamer, Floppy Mudkip, even yourself. Like you do it for other reasons also. But like, you know what I mean? Those guys are doing it because like they just want to win. They just want to be good at the game.
Yeah.
They're not like making content really like a little bit. Speaking of which, Floppy Mudkip just wrote an amazing article about his like run going first at seasonals, and then like coming in second at the Runeterra, which is like a run that like will probably no one's ever done that. It might not ever be repeated because like it's gonna get harder and harder and harder as like as you see like him and the other Red Pup guys are moving up. That's gonna pull everyone else up, and everything's just gonna get harder and harder. But his article is really, really good. Definitely go read it if you get a chance. It's up on Mastering Runeterra right now. He talks a lot about really like killing his ego and just doing a lot of the things that you need to do. And whenever I play against him or watch him play, like you can tell that he's very much in it, and he's like thinking through a lot of his all of his options, and really going like. When I was playing him, there was a point on like turn 4 or something where I like kind of just snap past, and he like tanked the whole time, and I really wanted him to play something out, and I could tell he was like weighing the difference between like I think a lot of the time like against you or someone he would have taken this pass. But like against me, he's like, is Jason actually like making a play here, or am I just like losing value by like not like deploying something here?
Does he
does
know
he even
about
know
open
that
passes?
passing is the thing? I'm pretty sure that's what he was sitting there doing, being like, am I getting taken advantage of it, or is he like trying to do something? Like, and then what even is that if he is trying to do it? And I got him. I felt good. And that's my assumption. I have no fucking clue. He might have been like getting a sandwich or something. Maybe the doorbell rang. But I'm pretty sure though that like these are the things that he's thinking about, and he breaks it down in his article and stuff. And I just love love to see it. I love because this is like the level that people have gone to at Magic, and that like we've sort of reached at, and it's hard. It takes a lot of time though. I gotta say, once someone trailblazes it, it becomes easier.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah. It's just like a deck. When you try to pick up a deck and learn it by yourself, it's hard. But if someone's like, you just do this and this, and in this matchup you watch out for these cards, it's like, oh, there it is. And now you
watch Reed Duke play it or something, and now you
get it. And then you can like iterate on that, and then everyone catches up to that point, and then people will start like going a little bit further. Anyways, okay,
I talked about him.
You go
to jump into this. I was talking, I think on stream, I was talking about my open run on the previous one, and how I was disappointed in my finish, but I can only be so disappointed in like a top 16 because I know I don't put in the work.
Yeah.
And I was talking about like someone had said something about like, oh, like, do you think you'll be able to compete with like the Red Pup guys or whatever? And I basically was like, no, the amount of time that it takes to put in to be like this good at something, I no longer have. Back in the day, like when I won seasonals, I put in that time, and now I just don't have it anymore. And so it's like you kind of have to make a decision, right? It's like, do I want to be like you know, you don't have the time to put into that either, because you moved, your attention is still on Runeterra, but in a different way, right? It's more on mastering Runeterra and things like that. Mine is more on the content and things like that. It's like the amount of actual prep that goes into these kind of things is absurd. And if you haven't done it, if you haven't seen it, right? And I'm not talking about like, oh, I qualified for my first pro tour and like I played a lot of games of Magic Arena or whatever, right? Like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like team prep is nuts. Like it is intense, and but you could see like how much it pays off. Like the Red Pup guys, I think we've had a Red Pup finals like two seasonals in a row. Mm-hmm. Like both of them.
Their win with their lineup, their record with their lineup was like, the fuck was it? It was like 50 wins,
it's like 30 and
4 losses.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
just crazy,
something nuts.
And like 90% of them like made day 2 or something. Like one person didn't make day 2 or something like that. Which is insane. It was absolutely insane. But you can see the results, and also like we were talking about being in a team. Like imagine you yourself were like, I'm going to put in the time. I'm just going to work on this nonstop. Now, though, our Mastering Runeterra team is like, it's barely even existent. Like everyone's kind of just busy doing their own thing. No one's like try-harding on that level anymore, like kind of like we used to.
No,
we're still here. We're still like, you know,
those are fun though.
We're still like playing and stuff, and like people kind of come in and out of it, whatever. But there's not like 4 other people putting in that crazy time trying to like push you forward.
I would say we did that for Worlds though.
Yeah,
we came together and we put in the work for Worlds,
which is something I kind of want to touch on. I
miss that.
I do too. And so like I thought that when the Worlds qualifier season started again, everyone was going to come back, because like our whole team basically went away during the beta. Everyone kind of just like
we all just did our own thing.
Yeah.
There was literal 0 Discord messages.
Actual 0.
Literal 0.
Yeah.
For like the 3 months.
I posted a tumbleweed gif at some point. I was like, I miss you guys. That's how we were just gone. And so I thought everyone would come back, but like it hasn't really been like that at all. And like I thought I was gonna be a lot more into it too, and I am, but I think like what one of my has kind of been talking about lately, where he feels that like in the old system he like could guarantee basically that he would make the 64 person cut, whereas now to try to qualify for Worlds, he feels like it's just kind of a big crapshoot. Like he needs to like be getting like lucky pretty much, and like it doesn't like we're talking about, he doesn't want to put in a bunch of time and effort, come up short, and just like have nothing to show for just like a bunch of time and effort. And that's a little sad.
Yeah, no, I get it. Last year or whatever, the last Worlds qualification, like I think I was one of the people that realized this, and one of the people that realized this, and like Kever was on it as well, is that like ladder was the easiest and most guaranteed way to make sure that you qualify for Worlds. Because like if you're a top player, we're seeing this right now with like LP. Once you hit a certain win percentage, like you basically go infinite on LP. So if you have yourself a 66 to 70% win percentage, all that matters is how many games you can play now.
Which is gross.
And so but it's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. That's just how it is.
Yeah, that's why I think ladder shouldn't straight qualify you for things.
Yep, which is why I do like the new system, but it does take the like sure thing out of it, right? I can no longer just guarantee that I'm going to be qualified. Now you have to do it through the tournaments, which are, because of how tournaments work, a bit more of a crapshoot. Nothing wrong with that. It's just like it does. I get where he's coming from, where it's like, okay, I could like guarantee myself a spot, and now I can't. Now I just kind of have to like hope I get there and hope it's enough. But there are enough, like with a tournament every single month, I think you have enough bullets basically to where the best players, like the cream, will rise to the top, or whatever this stupid saying is.
But there's so few slots, I think is the issue.
There are so few slots.
Yep. Yeah.
But it's Worlds. it's supposed to be the pinnacle,
It is.
right? Like,
It is Worlds, and that's always going to be a problem. It's so hard to make it feel special, right? Like you made it, you're special, and you're going to win like a good chunk of money probably, and then also have it be like, oh, it's reasonably like there's a reasonable chance of you being able to make it in. Like you just
anyone can get
you
in.
can't have both things. It was, I think, originally going to be 32 people, which means it would have been like even harder, like literally over twice as hard. I think 64 is a good number. I think that's honestly a good number.
Yeah.
If you go to 128, now it starts to feel a little bit less special, and also the people down at the bottom 64 people probably not getting like a huge prize, maybe they get $500 or something, which is nice.
Yeah,
but when you have a smaller prize, a smaller pool of people, and everyone's guaranteed like $1,000 or $2,000 just for showing up, it's like pretty cool. And then you got like some sort of 50K or 100K or something up top, which I'm not saying that's
a big prize pool, by the way.
That's a massive prize pool. That's probably not what it actually
huge.
is. Yeah, that's why they won probably 32 originally, because then you do have people taking home more money, and that's just always going to be a bit of an issue. One of the things I want to talk about. You go.
Go ahead. I think that after the first Worlds qualifier, we'll see a pickup in people taking it seriously.
I agree, because it's like a little wait.
Also, the first open.
What did you? Because knowing how many points you needed, this one's going to get a little skewed because we're going to have like the extra open, and so there'll be like extra points. But I guess you could cut it from the first 3 if they give you that information somehow, because I would want to know. I want to know, like, those people that made it, 3 people that made it from the season, how many points did they get, and where do they get them?
Oh yeah, because it's 3 people per season.
And then you can like kind of figure out, oh, okay, so I need about this many points, and this is kind of where I can get them and whatever. And
I do think the easiest way to qualify for Worlds will be to be one of the yearly Worlds points qualifier. One of the people who, I don't know how many it is, but it's like 10 from each region or something. I don't know.
No.
It's less than that.
Let's see. There's 4 from each region each season. So that's 12 times 3, 36. So maybe you're right. 10 from each region?
So let's say 10.
Yeah, maybe. I thought it was 10 total, but maybe it is 10 from each region.
Let's just say 5. I don't know. So like, I think, because you can spike a season, and that probably will end up being like easier. It's just like spiking one season and getting in there. But with Worlds, with the full year, if you're like consistently putting up like top 10 ladder finishes every single season or whatever, and you're like consistently top cutting these tournaments, then I think you will be at the top of a short list.
Yeah, no, for sure, because you also eliminate a lot of people already that have qualified, right, by the end of the year.
Yeah, a lot of the open winners will be the top 3, right, that make it per season.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see where it all felt. And I think You're right. After this first season, I think once people kind of have a better picture of it, I think it'll pick up a bit as well. Another good way to qualify, you can get a lot of points if you just hammer this 3rd month. Okay, so you could go the Eternal month. So at least this one, because there's 2 opens you can get points out of, and the ladder. So like you could like just for a month just be like, I'm going to be an Eternal machine, and you climb like top 4, and then like top 10 on the ladder or some shit, and like that's a bunch of points. You might just top 3. Okay, what I wanted to say was, one of the things I really had to learn that caused me a lot of grief when I was transitioning from spending a lot of time preparing to a lot less time preparing is to just change my expectations. And because I used to be able to like, because I played enough, I could just roll off the couch, pick up a deck, and like go smash some people. A lot harder to do in Runeterra. It's a lot easier to do in Magic. As you put in less and less time, though, you gotta be understanding that like you were saying when you said you were fine with your top 16, you kind of just, your expectations need to match reality. Otherwise, you're gonna get really upset. You're gonna get burnt out. You're gonna get pissed off. And so that's something that I hate it. I'm so competitive. Both of us are. And I want to like try to be the best, try to win, try to come in first. I always want that to be my goal. But it causes me a lot of like unhappiness. And so I had to really pull it back and be like, I have to prioritize like fun a little bit more. And like enjoying myself. And I have. And I, the last month I went like 4-3 or something, which is abysmal. It's a bomb out.
It's pretty bad.
And I had a good time though playing the game. And so I'm just anyone out there that's, managing expectations is the key to life. And card games are no different. Okay, let's jump into some actual meta stuff and some let's talk about some decks. Maybe we'll start with all the Bandle City decks and stuff because they're like popping off right now. This was some craziness. I posted an article with all of the like 6 wins, 0 loss, unlimited champ deck lists, and I grabbed one that was like Tristana Noxious list with Fervor's Overwhelmed and Yordle Arms, and I like quickly like 6-0 or 6-1, and I was like, this deck's great. I missed Yordle Arms, and then like I was on the team call, and they're like, yeah, Yordle Arms is in standard, and I was like, what? Good one. And they're like, yeah, it's just not very good. And I was like, what? Is everyone serious? And so it is. It's actually in standard, and apparently it's just not quite good enough. But I'm unconvinced. I don't know.
It could be good enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that do that exact same effect now. So the Demacia one has a 3/3 dude that like 4 Demacias. But I mean, this is
Champion Strength is an insane card.
Yeah, and also, I was playing against people who are probably not ready for Yordle Swarm, whereas like they are ready for it now. Yeah, and then of course there's Champion Strength, which is like absolutely bonkers. That was another one at the beginning of the season. I was like, how are there not more decks using this? Because this, even at 9 mana, this card is absolutely ridiculous.
Very, very good.
There's so many different versions right now. Have you played with any of them? I know that's not really your flavor.
Yeah. So right now the meta is like Tristana decks, Samira decks, other decks. That's kind of how it is. There's like the Champion Strength Tristana, which is currently like the number 1. And then there's like the Bilgewater Tristana that plays like Tristana Gnar, and it does like prize fight shenanigans, and that's currently like number 2 performing. And then there's the Noxus Tristana, which is like the number 3 performing. And then it's like Samira, and then it's like a bunch of other decks.
Yeah, the meta is like kind of weird right now. I think people are sleeping on Samira Fizz quite a bit.
I love that deck.
I am still super high on it. I'm like 90+% going to be bringing that to the Worlds qualifier. Definitely going to be
likely I bring it as well.
What's going on with
just like slots in to lineup?
It's just good. It's just fucking. It's just powerful. It's like TF Fizz that got knocked down. It's like it's still just TF Fizz. It's just good.
What version are you playing?
I'm not playing Burbles or Shelly.
You're playing Powder Pandemonium?
Yeah.
Are you playing Monkey Business, the 2-mana card?
No.
I don't like that one either. I tried it. It was like, I'm currently on like 6 1-drops. It's like all 3 Jagged Butchers, all 3 Fearsome Peoples.
Same. And then you just get the what's her face, the 4-drop that draws you 1 million cards, and
Inferno,
and some monkeys, and
it's
my favorite thing. That's my favorite thing in the whole game, just machine gunning through cards. So yeah, that deck's really good still. A lot of decks are
they nerf.
What's that?
The 2 decks I like to play, well, the 3 decks I like to play were the decks I brought to the Open.
Oh yes, yeah. Tell me about those. What's going on with Karma Set?
It's worse because the meta is worse for it.
Yeah, that's the main reason, right? Because the deck hasn't changed that much outside of the one nerf.
No, but yeah, it's worse. There's a Shadow Isles one that's like popping up that's pretty solid.
I played with that. I liked it,
but like, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I might bring it. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough out here for your boy.
What about
it is
BB?
Not a spells meta. That deck got punched in the nuts. Like, oh my god. Caustic Rift nerf, big deal. Drum Solo nerf, big deal, right? Like, and that deck was already like hanging on by a thread, right? That deck played on some thin margins. And honestly, like Hungry Owlcat beats that deck up.
Yeah.
It always has. And like just Spell Shield 3/1s or whatever are really difficult for it to deal with.
Yeah. Efficient.
So
spell shield.
They're just so efficient.
Yeah.
So efficient. I'm trying to find like a bar deck. You know, I'm gonna find out for you.
Big Cat's back.
I've been playing Big Cat. Big Cat is back. There's like a Bandle bar deck that's good against some things, and then sometimes you just lose, and that sucks. But like, let's see. I don't know. Over the last week, I'm 8-0 with a Samira Seraphine deck that plays Plaza Guardian. Is it good? Probably not. But like, it's just fun. Like, I do want to play like a bar deck if I can, but man, it really feels like a lot of the top decks are we're almost in like a greatest hits of Runeterra meta where it's like Bandle aggro, right? Like Bandle go wide aggro, TF Fizz, right? Varus combo, Vayne Aatrox. Like these are the best decks that you're going up against. And the decks that I want to play are not as strong. Like they just aren't as good.
Yeah. It's gonna be really interesting to see. I mean, tomorrow we have the Mastering Runeterra tournament. I think that'll maybe shed some light because I think most people are probably in the same sort of boat. Like the meta is really, really wide. Like Ash Noxus still doing really good. That deck's still very good. Lurk, don't fucking play that. With your god, if you want to win, don't play that deck.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine playing Lurk into like Bandle Swarm right now? That matchup seems miserable.
Yeah. Yeah, those doesn't seem really good.
You're like 6-2 and they're like Owlcat. And you're like, oh man. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah. But and the other question is like how many Bandle decks can you play? Like can some of them get away with not playing Tristana? Because that's the thing people are trying really to do. Tristana's very good.
There is like Nora Nar, right? Like if you want, but that's like a broad main deck. It's not like a Bandle aggro deck. You could cut Tristana, but like, man, that's brutal. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. I don't know. I feel like the shell currently is like Tristana deck, Samira deck, X, probably like Vayne Trucks or something, right? Or yeah, probably Vayne Trucks.
Echo Jinx still popping around.
Echo Jinx still good. Echo Jinx is really good into a field that doesn't actually interact with things. Very good. Always has been, right? Because you play Echo, and like Tristana decks likely aren't going to be able to deal with him. And that's obviously very good for you. You don't want people to be interacting with you. I'm going to keep on looking. Like I said, I do enjoy playing the Bandle bar deck. I think that deck's fun. I like Big Cat stuff. I think that's a pretty good time. Fizz Samira, I think, is a very strong deck. And we'll kind of see where I go from there. I would like to bring Karma Set. At this rate, it's likely going to be Shadow Isles if I had to pick one. But I don't know. Like, I have to take into account bannings, right? Because like if you ban Tristana, then the P and Z one, in my opinion, gets better. Because again, Hungry Owlcat is a menace, and Bandle Gunners is really hard for you to deal with. So yeah,
it can be interesting. One, I really want to try and lock in a lineup like now because I don't have a lot of time. And just like get really good on it. Actually, like bring a lineup that I actually know how to play for once. Which anyone listening pays freaking dividends. Let me tell you, you know how all your decks work and how the matchups work. Like
it's like unfair.
Yeah, you just get people. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I really want to do that. I've been playing around with. I really liked Floppy's lineup from when he played against us, which was Demacia PNZ, or sorry, Demacia Bell City, Demacia Tristana, Fizz Samira, and then Echo Jinx.
Echo Jinx. That's a very strong line.
But Echo Jinx, I have not loved. I don't know. I mean,
you play something else.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out right now if I should be learning Echo Jinx better or if I should just replace that with like some other deck.
It's a strong deck.
Yeah, and it does like really strong stuff. I hate playing against it. Not a huge fan. But I don't know. Sometimes it also just kind of like,
so I don't really care.
Like getting through
like
deep.
Palm.
Not even be deep sometimes. I literally went. I had like the guy that pumps up your board plus an Echo plus some Duders went full swing into their board, rally, bring everyone back. Full swing into their board, rally, bring everyone back with a second Echo. Full swing into their board, and then died. Yeah.
That's brutal, man. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Matchup seems bad.
I don't know. Who knows? But I like those other two decks. But here's okay. So this was my thinking coming into today. I wanted to do this but like you're saying, like picking a Bandle deck, picking a Samira deck, and then having X is like the thing. I'm kind of tired of being the thing because like look at like last month, like you were like this is the thing, this deck, like Karma, fucking Bar,
and nobody played
X.
it. Yeah.
Well, people played it. Actually, no, a lot of people played it.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people played it. Actually, I played it, and I'm pretty sure I played it. Yeah, I played.
You played BB?
No, so I played a different Bar deck. I played Bandle City Bar.
Okay,
but the other two decks were the same, I think. And I ran into at least a couple people that were on that same lineup, and the Red Pup Games guys were like, "Yeah, we came prepared for that lineup," and so kind of tired also of like being the target. That's not fun. It's quite nice. Like I just beat Card Gamer and almost beat Floppy playing some like fucking bullshit lineup that was kind of what was my third deck? I guess it wasn't bullshit. I was playing Shen J4.
Yeah.
So there was some bullshit.
That deck's kind of cool.
When it goes, it goes. But you know what I mean though? There's something to be said from being just off center, and not having people being like, I know exactly what to do. I came to beat one of your decks and I'm gonna come dumpster on them.
There's some good stuff out
there's
there.
There's a lot, and that's the thing.
Just
a lot of stuff out there right now.
Yeah. I played 9 or 10 Kaisa games for YouTube. Won like 8 of them.
What was your other champ?
Akshan.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's like Akshan, Kaisa, 3 copies of Champion Strength. And it's very all in on like leveling Kaisa. So you're playing like 3 of the Lurk 1-drop. The fearsome Lurk one, which you should probably be playing too. But you're playing 3. Like you're going all in on leveling Kaisa, because if that doesn't work, then you just cast Champion Strength.
Huh. That doesn't sound half bad.
Because you like level Kaisa on turn 3 or something. Yeah. Like turn 4. You get her on the field on turn 5. Maybe they deal with her. Whatever. Take a turn off, rebuild a little bit, Champion Strength. And I was like, this is really good.
Do you think it's like actually good? Does it actually have legs, or are you gonna put more time into it?
Yeah, no, it's strong deck. It's strong. Especially because like, Kaisa Cataclysm is really, really good. And there's a lot of decks that are really low to the ground that just can't actually interact with Kaisa at all.
Yeah. And see,
like none of the Tristana decks can deal with Kaisa.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm afraid that I'm going to pick up, like a Bandle City deck, and people are just going to come with stuff like that. And I'm just going to be like, this is a bad time for me. And like,
I mean, they will.
Yeah.
They will come with something. Right? Like that's what happens when you play the best decks.
Yeah. There's a lot. That's like there's a lot of options right now. There's a lot of Shadow Isles decks that I think are like actually pretty good right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like what?
Been doing decent, even just like dark deep, of course. But I meant like the darkness, Donger, like the more control-y kind of versions, like the one that's the ones with what's her name? The one too that makes portals and stuff. It was like different.
Nora.
Yeah, there's different
like
Nora
Vagar type.
Yeah, there's different Nora versions.
Nora Donger's coming back.
Apparently. Yeah, Nora Donger. That's what I'm saying. There's just a bunch of mismatch of different kind of stuff. And it's doing pretty good. It's all like pretty solid. So yeah, it'd be interesting. I'm really interested to see what happens tomorrow. Do you know what you're gonna bring? For the Mastering Runeterra tournament? If you had to choose right now,
I literally,
what would it be?
Karma Set Shadow Isles, Bandle Bar,
Bandle City Bar,
Fizz Samira, Bandle City Bar.
Oh,
Fizz Samira. I've just to like
Fizz Samira. Yeah, I'm interested in hearing about your Bandle City Bar because I brought that. That was the bar deck I brought last month, and I quite liked it. It wasn't like better.
I think it's in a better spot now.
Yeah.
That deck suffered against Karma Set a lot.
That's some fun stuff.
Yeah, it's a good deck. But like maybe even like a Nora Broadmain. So the problem is like this lineup would be just a test because I've had one day to play the patch. One. Yeah. So like today I'm gonna do as much no lifing it as I possibly can while still getting content and stuff, right? Because I kind of get out YouTube videos and things like that. So things on my list to try out are put more time into Karmaset Shadow Isles, see if it's actually good. Continue with that Seraphine Samira Plaza Guardian deck. I don't think it's actually good, but I do keep winning. Bandle Bar.
How
Did I say
does
Broadmain?
Bandle
Broadmain.
Bar do against these Bandle City decks, though?
I don't know. I just don't
Interesting.
know. Because I've played like 5 games of it, right? And I've won 4 of them. A couple of them were against like a Tristana deck. But I feel like it doesn't. I feel like it can play against the Tristana decks. You just don't really want to. Champion Strength is still like obscene, right?
Card is good. Card is very good.
I don't want to play against Champion Strength.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. That deck is not prepared for it. It has like the one Bandle Remand, but that's not really enough. And you don't apply the pressure to
end the game.
Trade units.
Yeah.
So like they're going to get to a 5.
And they just never run out of units. That's just not a thing. You can't run them out of units. A lot of times also, if you're playing against Battle City and your opponent has cards in hand and they have 6 units and you're like, I'm gonna start chipping down at their units, a lot of times you're better just to like pass it to them.
Just don't
do anything
that.
else.
Yeah,
play more fucking dudes out if you can, because like they're just gonna have more guys. They just got more guys, and better guys. They're kind of like, do I overwrite my guys with better guys? Like that's the situation you get into.
The deck does not run out very much. So that's my that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I think like the Bilgewater Tristana deck is much more up my alley.
Yeah, it does some fun
prize fight
stuff.
One. It's cool. Yeah, you're gonna do cool stuff. I mean, it's still a Battle Storm aggro deck, so I don't like it. But like I think it's much cooler than the other one.
Ash Noxus has been doing pretty well for me. People ban that deck a lot. They do not want to play against that deck.
I'm not gonna play that.
I know
shit.
you're not. Let's be real.
How is Shen Jarvan?
It's fine. I like my lineup was there to beat Aatrox decks, and they brought 0 of them amongst the 5 of them. So that's why I was like,
nice.
But like I said, like, did I actually get to play it? Oh, let me think.
You're like, it was good and never played it.
Here's the thing. I did play the lineup a bunch in Rumbles before, like quickly.
Okay.
By a bunch, I mean
you weren't running Stony Suppressor, right?
Of course, bro. Yeah, you gotta get the Stony in there. You think Kev would pick a deck with Stony Suppressor?
You're right, but I just went on MasteringRuneterra.com. Have you heard of this site? No. And checked out the winningest Shen Jarvan list, and it has 3 copies of Stony Suppressor, and I was like, ew, gross,
poopy. If a deck could get away with it, maybe it's that deck because you don't rally.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't want to play that.
Why now though?
I don't know.
Gotta make those champion strengths 10 mana.
I guess. So I'm gonna do a lot of playing. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do the second we get off this call. Is just start I start streaming a second. And I'm gonna just start jamming games because I got a lot of work to do before I'm even ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, Little Worlds. Okay, well, I think we'll wrap it up here. Lots of I'm going to be playing quite a bit also over the week for me, anyways. So we'll have some great breakdowns for you guys next week. Also, some big news to announce. So make sure you come check in and have fun. Good luck. Take care. See you guys in the next one. Peace.